All right, howdy, 1980 sports cards. This is Rob Lay again, and yet trying to highlight different parts of our hobby and maybe some different things that you don't see every day or in the standard YouTubes. We're gonna delve into racing. So whether our baseball, football, basketball guys think racing is a sport or not, I think it's respected, and it's a neat little niche of the hobby. Those that question the athletic ability of the racers, just do some research about the G loads, especially F1 on their necks, the type of even NASCAR, the type of conditioning you need to have for a 2-hour race in the heat in a fire suit when your heart rate is up above 150 and approaching max. So yeah, they're athletes. There's a lot of skill with your reaction time, and then just a lot of other endurance, skill, experience that comes into play. But anyway, I've got a neat little story here, or actually not neat. I don't know if you want to call it a fail, a disappointment, a critique of eBay or PSA, but it is what it is. So here in my hand is the Ayrton Senna rookie card, and if you don't know Ayrton Senna, they don't really talk about him much in Drive to Survive, the Netflix series. They talk more about the modern racers. But for those that have a little history with Formula One, Ayrton Senna is widely considered the GOAT of Formula One racing. And this is considered his rookie card. It's actually a sticker scratch and play card, they call it. Came out in 1984 by Panini. And man, for those that don't know, this card has had a crazy ride. In 2022, at the top of the pandemic prices, number one, these cards don't score very well. There's no PSA 10s in existence. There's only a couple PSA 9s. And but this card in a PSA 7 was selling for $40,000 in 22. And in this PSA 6 right here, just like this one, it was selling for over $10,000. So I guess you can say since then the market has crashed out or faced reality, or it's just not a very efficient market. And I think a lot of it's probably a little bit of everything. eBay or PSA themselves have not updated any sales data since 2023. It's hard to get any other data as well. I know these cards have been selling on Heritage and Fanatics because I've bought some. Yet it's hard to search and find the auction results and the data on that. Also, even on eBay, you look at the eBay sales, and not many of them were auction sales. They were buy it now, so you don't know what the actual sales price was compared to the high listing price. So you really can't make a market on these, but I know for a fact, and you can know for a fact if you do your research, that in 2022, PSA 7s are selling for $40,000 and PSA 6s for $11,000. Like in this PSA 11, there's only 40 cards graded at a PSA 6 or higher, so that shows you how rare they are. But the story is not about this card. The story is about another PSA 5 I had before I bought this one. I bought it in early January, and I bought it with the sales fees and taxes. It came in about $1,200. And then later I picked up this PSA 6, so I wanted to sell the PSA 5. So I've just been selling all my cards through the eBay store, through PSA Consignment. It's a low fee, low headache, and I've had good luck with it with my other cards. I'm not sure what went wrong this time, but last week I had my PSA 5 auction end, and unfortunately it only sold for $700. There were 18 bids, but it was at like $2 for a long time, then barely went to 100. I don't know if it was a bad week or if it's just this market that this card has, in a PSA 5 was selling for over $6,000 in 2022, and the market has just crashed out on it that fast. I paid $1,000 for it minus the fees in January, and now it's a $700 card. So there was 18 bids. it's PSA eBay, which, you know, they've got pretty good traffic. It's like nobody saw the, missed the auction. Is that just the market of this card now? Has it crashed that much? I don't know. Or is it a critique of something that PSA or eBay did? So if you have an opinion of that, then please offer it up in the comments. And that's really all I have to say. But by chance, there's just a really inefficient market and people are not appreciating this card for what it is. Ayrton Senna, the GOAT of all time, F1 racing. This is like the Michael Jordan, and actually his rookie card is about that same period. And this card is less than 1% of the population of like a Jordan rookie. So it's a really rare card. It's really hard to get it in a really good grade. Whereas like the Jordan, they handed out 10s like candy there for a while. So a 6 is a rare card, less than 40 cards population. And then if you get in the 7s, it's really rare, single digits. So maybe this card will bounce back like it did in 2022 and, get some more respect and the market price will go back up. But, maybe this is the reality. The F1 is just not that popular. Ayrton Senna's, an older driver, not talked about within, the Drive to Survive or in modern F1. So they've kind of lost interest in him. So I don't know. Maybe my card's selling for 700 is the current market on it, and that's just the way it is. Or, maybe PSA or eBay made a mistake and it was just a bad day for my card and it sold way, way under market. So that's up to opinion, and if you have that opinion, please leave it in the comments. Otherwise, take care.